Sources tell CBS News the U.S. is taking steps to indict Raúl Castro. He's the 94-year-old former president of Cuba and the brother of Fidel Castro. The case involves a deadly plane crash that happened 30 years ago. This follows a visit to the island yesterday by CIA Director John Ratcliffe. CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga reports on this from Washington.
3 decades after 2 civilian planes were shot down by Cuba, the Justice Department is taking steps to indict former Cuban President Raúl Castro in connection to the deadly incident, according to U.S. officials familiar with the matter. The planes, operated by a Miami-based humanitarian group, were struck down by Cuban fighter jets over international waters back in 1996. 3 Americans and a U.S. resident were killed. Cuban officials have argued the shoot-down was legitimate, claiming the planes violated its airspace. At 94, Raúl Castro is widely considered the most powerful person in Cuba, even though he stepped down as the leader of its Communist Party in 2021. CIA Director John Ratcliffe met with his grandson, who's viewed as his representative, yesterday. He shared Trump's message that the U.S. is, quote, prepared to seriously engage on economic and security issues, but only if Cuba makes fundamental changes.
Cuba is not doing well. It's a failed nation.
A potential indictment comes as the U.S. increases pressure on Havana. The Trump administration has threatened heavy tariffs on any country that exports oil to Cuba, leading to energy shortages as oil shipments are largely cut off. Rare protests have erupted across Cuba as frustration over fuel shortages and power blackouts grows.
The Trump administration sees this as the best opportunity to effectuate regime change.
Mark Caputo is a CBS News contributor.
The problem that all of us have is understanding how power really works in Cuba, who's really calling the shots. And so it's difficult to understand the degree to which an indictment of Raúl Castro would change the way in which the United States sort of interfaces with whomever they're talking to in Cuba.
While a possible indictment could be used as a pressure point in ongoing negotiations with Cuba, it could also make Cuban officials less willing to engage. Now, the potential indictment would need to be greenlit by a grand jury. The Justice Department declined to comment. Nicole Sganga, CBS News, Washington.